Good evening. I'm Ishmael Blackstone, a real voice of reason. America, let's talk. I'm going to break down this issue of the president, the Playmate, and the Pornstar. Oh my. No matter whom you voted for, we should all agree that right is right and wrong is wrong. It's as simple as that. Mr. Trump may have engaged in extramarital affairs before becoming president, but that is a moral issue between that man, his wife, and their God. The first part of this issue deals with the acceptance of the fact that no one expected Donald Trump to be elected president. Now that he is president, these women figure that they can get rich quick with their tell-all stories about the torrid dalliances they had with a married man. They claim that they want to tell all now and bare their souls because the American people have a right to know. But if this was truly about what's best for America, they would have shared all during the election. Now that Mr. Trump is President Trump, their stories are juicier. Everything that has happened thus far is a breach of contract, but more importantly, it has a stench of treason and blackmail against the office of the presidency of the United States. The second major issue is in reference to the topic of a legal binding contract. The answer to that is a crystal clear yes. You see, binding legal agreements do not require a signature. Signed contracts make things easier to present as evidence if a breach occurs, as in this situation. Even though the paperwork was not signed, the terms of the agreement were fulfilled. This is simply about intent. Parties acting on Mr. Trump's behalf intended to give money to get silence, and the women in question intended to give silence in exchange for money. The third major issue deals with Mr. Cohen's authority to act on behalf of Mr. Trump. Well, people, it's called power of attorney. Whether or not you like Mr. Trump is not the issue here. The only issue is that Donald J. Trump is an independent entity of complex celebrity status. The concept is very real and externally simple. Yes, there are different types of power of attorney. A power of attorney for a civilian would be the equivalent to a CEO, a COO, CFO, or anyone else deemed with significant power to act freely in trust of the best interest of another party. Therefore, Mr. Cohen would have very well set up companies, created pseudonyms, and entered into legal binding agreements with persons on Mr. Trump's behalf. Hence, no signature. These women and their attorney have severely breached this contract, and I blame the attorney more so than the women, because as a sworn officer of the court, he is held to a higher standard and is obligated to uphold the law, not bend it, break it, or avoid it. The attorney has gone on a rampage against the presidency of the United States for his 15 minutes of fame. It's a disgrace. I'm Ishmael Blackstone, reminding you always that progress does not blend in.